Sagittarius Moon and Sagittarius Ascendant. This video is for both of you. So open up your charts, and if you see Moon is in Sagittarius or your Ascendant, your first house is Sagittarius, or if there is a cluster of planets in your Sagittarius sign in number 9, like there is Sun, Saturn and Rahu in Sagittarius, then this video is again important for you. Okay? Because there is a very strong Sagittarius energy in your chart. What is the difference between Sagittarius Moon and Sagittarius Ascendant? One, Sagittarius Moon is your mind, your thought process and your emotions. How you look at life is from the Moon. Alright? And Sagittarius Ascendant will be more about your body and your overall personality. So physical pain can be seen from the Ascendant, and mental trauma or mental feelings, anything to do with feelings, ups and downs are seen with the Moon. Both are very important. We must look at the transits from the Moon and from the Ascendant. Let me give you another example so that people can understand, because lots of people are confused about where do we see the transits from, because your Moon is in Sagittarius but your Ascendant is Cancer. So how will it affect, right? So from the Moon, a period of time, a certain transit can give you extreme emotional ups and downs, but from the Ascendant, it may be doing good to your body. For example, let's consider that you have joined a certain profession where you have to exercise a lot, you have to move a lot, all right? And that is not doing nothing, but your body is getting fitter, but you're being too stressful and you're not able to spend time with your family and your loved ones. So a certain time period can be financially and from the career point of view can be very good for you, but mentally it may give you a lot of stress. For example, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi became the most powerful person during Sade-Sati. He became the Prime Minister, but he had sleepless nights because he had a lot of pressure on him. But he reached his career peak during Sade-Sati, where he's a Scorpio moon, by the way. I'm just giving you an example, right? So something can be good for you financially and career-wise and for your body, and something may not be good for you depending on where the Moon is and where the Ascendant. If they both are aligned, then in most cases, everything is aligned, right? All right. So let's look at this major cluster forming in your fourth house. So fourth house, what is the fourth house? I have made a few videos. So if you want to watch it, go to my channel page. I have explained the Saturn transit especially, and then I've explained the Rahu transit. So this is specifically for this time period, March 29th to May 18th. So as you can see, the big cluster is forming here, and especially on 29th, there will be 6 planets sitting there, and then Moon transits out. So these are some trigger dates. April 3rd is a trigger date for you because Mars will be transiting out of your 7th house and going to your 8th house. Okay, so one of your most yoga karaka planet, your 5th house planet, Mars, will be in your 8th house. And then we all know Jupiter is not a part of this. Jupiter has been in your 6th house for a very long time, right? So the Sagittarius ascendants that have had health issues with their loans, if you have taken loans and you feel that, oh my God, I'm not going to pay up these loans. So all these things have happened in the last year and a half. Some people had turmoil in their relationship, with change of profession, change of places by choice, without choice, because it's all 4th house related. Okay, conflict with your partners, breakups is all seen from them. Okay, so the time period that I'm talking about, this time period is not a very good time period for you guys. So you need to be very, very careful in how you're dealing with, especially people that you care for, right? And who are the people that you care for? Your children, your family, your immediate family, your partners, your lovers, your friends. Why? Because 4th house is the house of your feelings and emotions. Your overall well-being is seen from the 4th house. And whenever there's a big cluster of planets and the conjunction, something about your home, your comfort zone, your place where you live, where you consider home, that could have a lot of affliction, especially if the big planets like the Saturn and Rahu, if you're going through their Mahadasha or your Antardasha or even Ketu Mahadasha or Antardasha, if they are not well placed in your chart, there could be major emotional turmoil during this particular conjunction, especially April 14th, because Rahu and Saturn will be on the same degree. Okay, so make a note of these dates that I'm telling you. During that time, deal with your emotions and your loved ones with a lot of humility. Okay, no need to react, because Sagittarius ascendants are sometimes known to be very, very opinionated, and they do not back down from an argument. All right, so this is not the right time to confront, because suddenly something can happen with your partners or even with your mother especially, and that can give you a lot of grief, and you may not be very happy during this time. So this is especially for the Sagittarius moon people. The Sagittarius ascendant, you need to look out for, especially the ones that are living in a rented place. All right, there could be some kind of your landlord can suddenly say, or I'm vacating I want this place for myself. Okay, or there could be some kind of a conflict from your neighbor, because the third house planet is also involved. Rahu, third house is your neighbor, your younger siblings. So maintain good relationship with your younger siblings. No need to confront issues from the past. Okay, what you can do during this time is go to your the ones who are staying in a rented place. Go talk to your landlords, give them a gift, like, hey, thank you for being a good landlord. Yeah, maintain good relationships. The ones who have very, very good, powerful yogas forming in their charts with Saturn, Rahu, and Venus especially, they can look at purchasing a vehicle and even purchasing land or property or their house. So, if you're a Sagittarius moon and a Sagittarius ascendant, and if you are considering all these things, mention in the comments so that the other Sagittarius ascendants can also, and the Sagittarius moons can also benefit from your experience. So remember, this is fourth house related. It's your vehicle, whatever gives you comfort and peace of mind. Your homes, land is all seen from there. So if your chart is forming negative yogas with Saturn, Rahu, Jupiter, you will get negative results for the fourth house, which means the ones that are planning to sell property for a while, it will get even more delayed, or you might have someone who's backing down. People who are planning to sell their cars, people may back down last minute. Someone that has promised you that, yes, I'm going to buy your vehicle or your car. Okay. So I have mentioned in my other videos, Sagittarius ascendant, you may encounter during this time, especially the ones that are in business, or they're doing some kind of a dealing, which is all fourth house related. Even people who are trying to look out for jobs, because Saturn is involved, Mercury is involved, and Ketu is still transiting in your 10th house, right? It will transit out. So a lot of Sagittarius ascendants might have either changed their jobs, or the ones that are still working, they have absolutely no interest in their job. They're just doing it because they have to pay their bills. Okay. There could be if someone has promised you something, they might delay that. Hey, you know what? It was supposed to happen on this particular date in April. They'll say now it's going to happen only in June. So you could encounter that. So do not get frustrated if that happens, because eventually the later part of this year, when Jupiter transits to your 7th house, is going to be very, very good. Utilize this time to further your knowledge instead of getting frustrated with things that are not moving forward. So you may encounter delay. You may encounter broken promises during this time. It's good to be isolated and focus on socializing with people that you trust, people that you know, people that you believe in. It's also a good time to form stronger bonds with your family and the people that you know are your real, genuine friends, instead of spending time with people that you have just met and you think that they have there could be people who may come into your life who pretend to be your friend, but they have other motives. So you need to be careful during this time, who to let in and who to spend time with. Great time to focus on any of the side hustles, which is to do with social media and networking. If you're looking at starting something of your own, especially if it's to do with healing, if it's to do with education, if it's to do with online teaching something, a YouTube channel, social media. I've mentioned in my other videos. So watch the video where I've mentioned about the Rahu transit. The later part of this year is fantastic for your relationship. 14th of April to about 14th of May. Again, it is a good time to meet someone you may have interest in, or you might strengthen your bond with your current partner. But later on in this year and even 2026, it's a fantastic year ahead, and there is possible marriage. People who are considering to get married, or people who are single, can meet someone and have a long-term relationship during this time, and also good for business partnership. But how will you invoke this energy? Because Saturns will be looking at Jupiter for a certain period of time. Look after your health. Do not take any more loans. If you have pets, look after your pets really well, because Jupiter is transiting in your sixth house, and it's not in a very good sign, and not in a very good house. And Saturn will look at Jupiter in this time period that I have mentioned. Okay, so you cannot default on your loans. You cannot neglect any health issues. You have to look after yourself. Okay, so especially the ones who have loans, you need to make sure that you are not defaulting on your loans. Okay. Later on in this year, things will open up, but this particular time period may not be the best time period for you. Okay, avoid intoxications, avoid any adventure sports, and look after yourself. It's time to be very structured, organized, and disciplined. If you procrastinate, you will not get good results. So, from the time you hear this video, or if you've already started following a very strict discipline and routine, you will get very good results in your career, in your relationship, and your overall well-being. You will see fantastic results the rest of this year. But this time period can be testing times. Okay, that's all I have for the Sagittarius people. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with other Sagittarius. If you need a consultation, my information is right here. Thank you very much for your time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.